All right, everybody in U.S. history. This is Mr. Wackles, and
Oh gosh, Peeper's here too.
we are here to present week 3. We're going to go through together some of the different things that you should be really looking at completing every week, and talking a little bit about like kind of how the week should be working after looking at how you guys are getting into it for the first 2 weeks. So when you look at your page, you will see here, this is a work zone. This isn't your class page, but this is kind of what you would see when you get in here. These top things right here. What you're always going to want to work in is this folder, the History Extended Flex Learning folder. And when you go into this as a student, and so like I'm going to go in here and view the course as a student in my work one. Oh, Miss Pieper, great student. She would see when she goes in this folder just next week, week 3 is open. And obviously we have our contact hours in your school page. Ms. Pieper has her office hours as well. And if you go into week 3, you are going to see this folder and you're going to have the assignments Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right. And the way that these are set up is that it's about an average of about 15 to 20 minutes work per day. All right. Now, some of the things, typically the Monday and the Wednesday assignments are going to be shorter because it's just a quiz. And then Monday is just a simple discussion. And the idea is to kind of think about how you're spreading your time about throughout the week with all your classes. For U.S. history, think a little bit about, okay, Monday is a shorter assignment. So I'm just going to put maybe just, more effort into my Monday and do Monday and Tuesday together. All right. Or just go in and do the quiz. Now, obviously, these 4 grades are all going to be put together as your formative score. So if you don't do them all, your score will go down. All right. And typically the Thursday is going to be a more difficult assignment. It's going to be a little bit longer. All right. Now, for week 3, our summative is a little bit different because it is a reading assignment. And this will actually, for the first time this week, be open all week. All right. So you could actually go and work on the summative throughout the week, but it will help you to do the Monday through Thursday assignments beforehand because it gives a little background information to what you're reading. All right. And again, all of these, the formative and summative, must be turned in by the end of the week on Sunday at midnight. All right. After that, we go on then to the following week. All right. And then week 3 folder closes. So Ms. Pieper, do you have anything to add for these?
Yeah, if you're doing any sort of readings, like for the summatives or the quizzes, you might see access to readings that I do. I'll record the readings and give them access. So you don't see them now because I haven't done them for week 3 just yet, but I will. And so you can listen along and follow and do the quiz or the reading. If you don't have access to that, you can ask, and that's a possibility that you can have access to it, but most kids should get access to that.
All right. So this is just what these assignments look like this week. First of all, on Monday, we're looking at the post-war era. So we're going to look at the 1950s cause and effect. And in this, you're just looking at down here, this little chart and this website. And in the comments, you're going to write what were the causes and effects of the baby boom. All right. So not too hard. We're looking for like a couple sentences. It shouldn't take you too long. The Tuesday assignment is a little longer. It's a reading assignment, and it requires you to answer 8 questions. These questions will be looked at based on how well you attempt your answer to them. So you're not really being graded on what you get right or wrong. It's just that in all these 8 questions, how well do you perform accurately? The first 5 questions come from these 2 charts right here. And then question 7 is from the GI Bill link right here. And then question 7 comes from this chart right here that's attached. And then lastly, there's a couple episodes of I Love Lucy, which is with question 8. So here, it's a little bit of a longer assignment. It's going to take you a little bit of a longer amount of time. So just keep that in mind when you're kind of planning out your day and all your assignments. What was that?
Just as a reminder for that Tuesday assignment, you can make that in Google Docs or you can make it in the submission part of the assignment. It doesn't matter which way you make it. You just want to make it as a document and share it, or not share it, submit it.
All right. And then the last thing is then Wednesday will just be a short quiz. All right. So you just click on this. It'll never be more than like 10 questions. And you get to take it twice. So you can take it once, review what you did, see what you got wrong, and then take it again for a higher score. Thursday is going to be a little bit more of a difficult assignment. It's going to be something that requires a little bit more thinking. In this example, you have 5 different examples of people who are impacted by World War II. So for example, here we're going to look at African-American men. And this is an assignment that throughout the year we did examples of these before if you were doing the kind of higher level 3-4 assessments. In this one, you're basically going to be looking at a picture and you're going to have to use this picture to fill out the information in this document analysis. And you can either handwrite this out and take a picture and submit it, or you can actually make a copy of this in Google Docs and fill it out. All right. So again, this is a little bit more difficult of an assignment. It may take you a little bit longer. But again, it's kind of an extension of some of the basic information that we did Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Friday is this. And this is the summative. And this is the important thing. We really want you to make sure that you do this by the end of the week, if not everything. And this, again, is similar to that reading assignment from Tuesday. And that's why kind of the Tuesday is an example of if you did that and you get a high score on it, well, then you should be kind of ready and able to see, okay, I can do the summative pretty well. And if you don't do well on the Tuesday assignment, then that would be a good gauge to understand, well, what do I need to do, or to email myself or Ms. Pieper to ask, what can I do to improve my score? And here, there's a link for a reading, and then some questions that go along with that. And again, we're not looking for like paragraphs for each question. We're looking at a couple sentences for at least 1 through 4, and then maybe a few sentences for question number 5. All right. And so that's a summative, and that must be turned in by midnight on Sunday. After Sunday, then we'll be closing the folder and moving on. One note, as far as attendance is concerned, and some of you have gotten these emails already, if you do not have at least one of these assignments turned in by Wednesday at midnight, there will be a message sent not only to your parents, but also to your SMS saying that you're not engaging with the assignment. And then they will follow up and more than likely call your home as well. Initially, though, before that Wednesday mark, on Tuesdays, I'll look at who's done work and send a Schoology message to you directly just saying, hey, you need to make sure that you do one of these assignments. So I'm giving you a little bit of fair warning on that. So that's it. Ms. Pieper, anything else?
If you have questions, our office hours are posted. Email us, come to our office hours. We are available to help you. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you need help.
All right. And like promised, a little something here at the end, just in case, you're wondering what I'm trying to figure out how to do here, is become TikTok famous. And so here it is. I'll tell you, that was epic, but Ms. Pieper couldn't see it.
I'm really bummed about that too.
And you know what? In your comments for this week in the first assignment, you probably want to say, Ms. Pieper, we want to see your TikTok moves, just so we can get her to do one maybe next week. All right. That's about it. And good luck. Hopefully you do well.